Welcome back, boys. Welcome back to the channel. It's a lovely day, boy. It's a good day to be a Chelsea fan. Chelsea have just demolished Norwich City 7-0 at the bridge. Some champagne football on display today. And what a lovely day to be a Chelsea fan as well. Let's just go over who scored the goals. Mason Mount opens the scoring in the 7th minute with an assist from Jorginho. Then Callum Hudson-Odoi scores the second goal. It was a good finish, assist from Kovacic. Third goal comes from a Mason Mount assist. Reece James, peach of a goal, chips the keeper. Chilwell with his 4th goal in 4 games and an own goal after that. Then Mason Mount scores a retaken penalty and then scores again after a beautiful Ruben Loftus-Cheek run. Okay, before we go off the rails, we need to understand as a fan base that this was Norwich City. This is a team that has not won a single game this season. They were unbeaten in the last 2 games because they drew those last 2 games, but they are sitting at the bottom of the table. This is a newly promoted side that has not gotten kicking in the Premier League, and I don't think it will happen. I think I like this team a lot. Daniel Farker is obviously a good manager, but they just didn't show up today. And they offered Chelsea too much space in the midfield, and that's where we ran the show. Jorginho and Kovacic ran the show for Chelsea in that first half, and overall in terms of attacking threats, there was nothing. I don't think they had a shot on target, honestly, throughout the game. But now onto the Chelsea lineup. This was Chelsea's lineup: Edouard Mendy in goal, Trevor Chalobah, Thiago Silva and Antonio Rudiger forming the back three, Reece James and Ben Chilwell as the fullbacks. Jorginho and Kovacic were the double six, I think that's how Thomas Tuchel says it. Mason Mount and Callum Hudson-Odoi the attacking forwards, and Kai Havertz as the number 9 for today. Alright, so this is the lineup. Mendy was on vacation today, honestly. He had pretty much nothing to deal with all game, and I think the only chance that Norwich had was that one misplaced wayward pass from Chilwell that fell to, I think, the Norwich substitute who came on in the second half, who ran wide, and then Mendy had to put in a last ditch tackle and to keep the clean sheet. But I think overall, I think he had a field day today. He didn't have to do much. Now moving on to the back three, they've been solid. No real threat. No mistakes, just pure defensive masterclasses from all 3 defenders. We have been watertight at the back. Chilwell and Reece, they just love scoring goals, man. They just love scoring goals and they love scoring bangers. Reece James scores bangers. Chilwell scores bangers. Chilwell has now got 4 goals in the season already, and he's got I think an assist as well. So excellent performances from him. Obviously a slow start of the season with Marcus Alonso taking his place, but Chilwell has properly cemented his space now in the starting 11. But today the standout performances came from the midfield. Jorginho and Kovacic are just silky ballers, man. They are just silky ballers. Kovacic bagging in a casual 3 assists today. He's been personally my man of the match for today's game. Excellent performance, driving through the midfield, cool and composed in under pressure, and he was all over the place. He was defending, he was carrying the ball, he was making final passes. Excellent performance from him. Jorginho obviously had another really good performance. Prime Jorginho on display today, and he came off in the second half to give minutes to some other boys, and to get some well-earned rest as well after playing, in the Nations League, playing in the Euros, and playing every single game for Chelsea as well. Mason Mount is another contender for the man of the match, obviously getting 3 goals, his first hat-trick for Chelsea, and an assist as well. So just overall beautiful performance. I put him in my FPL today. I put him in, and I'm so damn happy. 21 points. I'm loving it. I'm loving life. Havertz had an okay performance. Was in the middle of a war between all those 3 centre backs, but he had an okay performance. I wanted him to get a goal, but it was unfortunate that he couldn't. Callum has had his brilliant moments. He had brilliant moments, and I think we all expect him to continue this kind of form, to continue putting more and more performances to this, more consistent performances like this. And I think this is what Tuchel demands from him as well. He showed his naivety a bit in that second half, where he lost possession right in deep in Chelsea's half, and almost led to a chance. But Norwich obviously have no real attacking threat, and so we were let off the hook there. But against a good side, against a quality side, that would have ended up as a goal. So Callum has those moments. I think that's what Thomas Tuchel wants him to improve on. That's what he wants him to work on. So besides that, I think he had a good game. Ziyech and Ruben Loftus-Cheek came off the bench. Barkley came off the bench as well. All three putting in good performances. Ruben obviously grabbing an assist late on in the game. Ziyech, I think, was quite lively. Barkley should have scored. I don't know how Tim Krul pulled off a magical save there to deny Barkley. And I mean, among all the player mentions and the player performances, I just wanted to mention the main man behind all of this, behind the style of play that Chelsea have now adopted, behind the success Chelsea have received over the last half a season, 6 months or whatever, and the man who was responsible for the shift in mentality, shift in identity of what we consider Chelsea's true attacking style, or true footballing style rather, which is built on defensive stability, defensive rigidity, and an attacking fluidity that we've seen fully on display today. This man is Thomas Tuchel. This man has been a blessing for Chelsea, not just in terms of the energy that he brings to this team, but in terms of his mindset, his intelligence, his tactical genius. This man is brilliant, and every time I hear him talk to you in the press conferences, it's just amazing to listen to him, because it shows me a real true sense of understanding. And it's not just an understanding isolated in training camps, it's an understanding from the performances that we see on the pitch, because the performances on the pitch leave the players in plain sight. The fans can see it. The fans know when a player has had a bad game. And so Thomas Tuchel does a really good job of connecting the real-time game performances with what he sees in the training camp, and provides a real true insight into what is going on with each player. When he talks about Hakim Ziyech and how he needs to improve, how he needs to get over the fear of his shoulder injury. With Callum Hudson-Odoi, how he needs to bridge the gap between how he performs in the training versus how he performs in the games. With Ruben Loftus-Cheek really impressing him at the start of the season in the preseason training, and how he's really started to give him a chance, and that's shown with the faith that he's shown and the confidence he's shown in him in the season. With Chalobah, with the way has helped him develop as a true centre back, and giving him so many opportunities to start in the Super Cup, in the Premier League, again high impact fixtures. And it's beautiful to watch. It's beautiful. You just love to see it as a Chelsea fan, and he is not afraid. He's not afraid to see these things, and that's what I love about him. He demands exactly what us fans demand of these players. So that's just a beautiful thing to see. It's a match made in heaven. Honestly, he hides nothing. So overall, just a beautiful game to watch. Congratulations to Thomas Tuchel, congratulations to Chelsea, congratulations to the Blues, congratulations to the team. We move on to Southampton next. Another cup game, and I hope to see a similar lineup for that game. A lot of players were rested for this game. Azpilicueta rested. Jorginho was rested in that second half. So, Havertz was rested in the second half. Callum Hudson-Odoi rested in the second half. So, hopefully we see some similar performances from these boys coming up as we move into some very favourable fixtures. Newcastle's up next in the Premier League, and we have, I think, Zenit in the Champions League. So, some good fixtures, some favourable fixtures that we can definitely grab points off of. I think we all want to see some consistent performances, and so amongst an inconsistent squad lineup, we want to see some consistency in terms of results, and I think we're gonna see it. It's about time we hit that run of form. It's been a while since the Premier League has started. It's kicked off, and we can't wait for it. I'm super excited. I want Chelsea to play tomorrow, man. I want to see them play more often, but I'm so excited. It's a good time to be a Chelsea fan, man. Let me know what your thoughts are about today's game. What do you think are the improvements Chelsea can make? A beautiful end to the game and a beautiful end to the video, and we'll see you boys next time.